Okay, so I think we are live. Okay, just let me mute this thing. Otherwise, I will be hearing my own voice and all. So, welcome back to our last day for the Node.js. And let me just fix my hairs a bit. Okay, so here we are, and here we are going to actually use our database today. So till now, we came to know about the JavaScript Node.js Express and all the methods and routes and all these kind of stuff that we have covered yesterday. And today, actually, we are going to use our database. It's going to be MongoDB database to so that we can store the data. Remember, yesterday we were just using a temporary variable like thing to so just to pretend like we have a database. So let me just open the yesterday's code so that I'm just going to give you a quick recap what we did yesterday, so it will be easy for you and for all the people to continue everything. Okay, so here we are. So here's the Express library that we are using to create our, let me just open our pen. So this is the Express module or library that we are actually using to create our server instead of that HTTP module, because creating our server using that HTTP module, basic a REST API using that module was a little bit tricky. So we are going with this Express. And how to install this thing? Just go to your terminal and just type npmi express and just press enter, and it will be installed for you automatically. And not automatically, basically it happens actually because we were using npm to create, while we have created our project we used npm. Okay, so we use this npm and we executed a command npm in it. So we are going to do this again today because we are going to create another different project in which we are going to use our database. Okay, so here we are, and we installed this Express library. So now we can use this Express here. So in this Express, it's very easy to create a server. Just type Express, and it's a function actually. This Express is a function. Just execute the Express, and you will get your own server. So here is a variable. Basically, it's an array, and it's an array of objects. So we were using this thing as our database. So today we are actually going to add a database here. And after that, I just told you that if you want to execute, so I will cover, I will come back to this, these two lines. Yeah. And here, so on, if somebody requests on my server, so they basically know my IP address. So it's 127.0.0.1 for now because we are working in the development environment. And after that, the port number. And after that, they can basically have a particular route. So it could be about slash detail, anything. So this is the home route. So if somebody requests me on this route test, then I just want to execute this function. Okay, I just want to execute this function. Also, you can, and this function gonna have is going to have a request and a response. Request is the object that basically contain all the details about the request, and all response is the object that we use to send back a response. So if you just want to set a status for your response, just your response.status, and you can basically put a status number here. So 200 is for success, 201 is for the created, 401 that you're not authorized, 404 that the request that you're looking for is not available, or we are not able to find it. Then we have 400 and 500 for internal server error. So these are some of the requests, and I will just let you know where you can find all the codes and its meaning. Basically, anyways, by the way, you can put any number here. It won't make, like, it won't throw you an any error, but it's better practice. So just to use proper status numbers. Otherwise, Express will automatically add some status code to your response by default if you're not adding this line. And if you just want to send back an array or an object, just use response.json and just put your object inside of it, and it will be send it back as a response. So here, and also we have some methods, and the method we generally use is where is get, post, patch, and delete. So at any route, like this is the home route, at any route, user client, basically the one who is requesting us, can also mention the method. So they must use a method here. So get, if somebody just want to get some data, and by the way, it's just a general form that we use it. Otherwise, basically you can use get method to add something to your database. But generally, if the user is using this method, we generally think that okay, they want some data. Yeah, they don't want to add something to our database. Post method, if just want to add some data to our database. And for the testing, we were using the Thunder client. It's an extension that you can install. Just go over to the extension part, just type Thunder here, Thunder client, and you will be greeted with okay, so Thunder client, and you will find this Thunder client here. Install it, and after that you will get this electricity icon here. You can just add a new request. Just type the URL. So our URL is this thing. Okay. Choose your own method. It could be anything, and just send the response. Okay. Okay, just do let me know that if I'm visible and audible to you. Okay, that's great. Okay, so I'm just going to announce the winner at the very end, the person who is the winner for the yesterday's quiz. I'm going to announce the name of that person after the session. By the way, do let me know that shall we start our like session? Like first, by the way, you have to visit all the previous sessions to understand today's session. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to understand. Let me just put the video quality down because I don't want to see my own video, and let me just push pause this. Okay, so let just start with the today's one. So here I have created a new folder. Okay, okay, let me just here I have created a new folder, day 5. Okay, and let's just open our VS Code here. So here is our VS Code, and by the way, let me close the day 4 one. Save. Okay, here's a dummy code that I'm gonna use. Let me just cut this thing. So in this folder, okay, in this folder, just open your terminal, and again, we are going to create a new project. Okay, we are actually creating a new project. So what we want to execute that exact same command. The name of that command is npm init. So why it's not, okay, so it's actually loading. It's taking a little bit of time to get low. Let me just close it all. And let me just open a VS Code again here. Okay, Deepak, yeah, okay. Let me just put it in the chat that if you haven't got any voucher, don't worry about that. So let me just put it. Okay, okay, just give me a second and I will do it for you. Yeah. So I will let my team know that haven't got your prize money. Don't worry about that. We will fix that. So let me just open a new terminal. Okay. I don't know why it's taking a lot of time just to start. Actually, VS Code is taking a little bit time to start today. Maybe because of all the processes that are happening in the background. Okay, so here we are. So let me just execute that same command npm init. And if you just want to like make all of your answers to like yes, just type -y after like npm init and press enter, and wait for a while. It will do its own thing, and you will get a new file here, package.json. So it's taking a little bit of time, but yeah. So we got our package.json line here. And now what I want to do, just I want to add a script here, and the script is start, start, start here. And the command that we want to execute is nodemon, nodemon, and app.js. By the way, we haven't created any file like app.js, so we are going to do that. So let me just create a new file, app.js, and press enter. And now we just want to install some libraries. Okay, the things we want to install is, first of all, we want to install nodemon, yarn. Sorry, just give me a second. I don't know why it's taking too much time to type everything. So what is the thing? Okay, let me just fix it. Just give me 1 second. So let me just fix the glitch here that we are facing. Okay, I think it's fixed. I don't know why, what was the thing that was causing that issue, but hopefully it will be fixed here. npm I express, okay, and press enter. And if you just want to install multiple things, you can just name them just by adding a space in between of them. So I'm just going to add multiple things together. So let it just get complete. Okay. And until it's getting installed, let me just tell you about the database. So database is just a place where we are going to store our data. Okay. So that's in a very like in a general sense, but it's not actually what all database is all about. So we also want to get the data from the database. So suppose you have a like 1,000 peoples of data. Like if you own a company, and in that company you are using some kind of database. Yeah. And your database could be anything. It could be a file, it could be like a, it could be a variable also. But there are some things that any database must have. Like first of all, it should be able to store everything. Okay, first thing. Second, it should be fast enough to retrieve the data from the database. So if your database have like thousands of data, so if you just want to find something from your database, it should be fast enough. Okay, so we just want this database. Yeah, this data from our database. So it should be a thing in your database. Second, you should be able to like delete something from it. You should be able to update a data from your database, and it should be reliable and all. So data, for now we are going to use a application. So nowadays a database is an application which actually stores things for us. So the application could be like MongoDB. So MongoDB is the database that we are using. So MongoDB is again another application. So it's not related to our own server or all. So it's an application. Basically, it's going to store the data for us, and also it will be very easy for us to get the data from a database. And MongoDB is a kind of NoSQL database. Yeah, it's NoSQL database. It's, and what is SQL and NoSQL? So if you are coming from any computer science background, and if you know about like SQL, so in the SQL we actually store data in table. So suppose we have a data of school children, so we will be having a table of like students, and this table will be having like roll number, name, subjects, etc, etc, and we will store data in this table. Okay, this used to be our SQL database, but nowadays we are using NoSQL database. So MongoDB is an example of NoSQL database. In this database, basically we store the data in the form of objects. Okay, we store the database data in the form of an object. So in this thing we will be having a collection. So we will have a collection of students, and don't, no worries, I'm just going to cover everything through. So we are going to have a collection called students, and this student, we are going to have the object. We are going to have the object, and each object is actually gonna have like all the thing, roll number, name and all. So I'm just going to show it to you. So we actually have worked with NoSQL. Remember yesterday we created a movie thing. Yeah, so let me just create a NoSQL database for students. So let's just create students array here. Students. Okay, so this is our collection, and inside it we are going to have an object like name. Okay, so name can be like, could be like Sanjay, and again it's little bit slow, so I have to fix it again, comma, roll number, and it could be a number. And let me just copy paste this thing. Okay. So it's a NoSQL database. Here we are having a array students in which we are storing some objects. We are not having any table and all. So this is NoSQL database. So we are going to use, let me just install the rest of the libraries. Like I just want to install NodeMon. Okay, so let's just install NodeMon, and we are also want to install another library. So let me just install the chorus. Okay, I will just install npmi and NodeMon. I don't know why it's little bit freezing. So let me just give me one more second. I have to fix it. Okay, hopefully it should work now. I am actually restarting everything. Okay. Let's just start with our server. So let me just import express require express. Okay. Let's just create our server. const. Again, it's freezing. I don't know why. What is happening? Server equals to. I'm just thinking that I have to restart my laptop. So it will be time consuming. So I won't do that. Let me just put my laptop to the turbo mode. Maybe it's in the power scene. Okay, so we are in the turbo mode. Performance. Yeah, I'm using a ROG laptop, so it have this kind of features and all. Okay, so let's just start our server. Server dot listen. Listen. Let's just put a number here. So let's just use the port number 5000, and let's just give it a save. So this is the thing that I'm going to explain you afterward. And we can pass a second parameter as a function. Okay, function, and this function can have a name or not. And let's just type server is running on the port 5000. Okay, that's great. So let's just start our server, and for that what I'm going to do, npm start. Why? Because in this package.json file I have basically put this command, node1.app.js. So basically we can do that. So our server is running on the port 5000. So let me just bring on my Thunder client so that we can test everything. So okay, so let's just go over here, and let's just try this one. So the port is 5000. The method is going to be get, and we actually have to like accept this thing. So server dot get, if somebody sends us a get method on the route home, we just want to execute this command function, and this function gonna have request and response, request and response, and let's just send back a response of hello. Okay, and save it. Let me just go over here. I'll just see if it's working. Okay, so we are getting hello here. Okay, that's great. Our server is up and running. Now we want to introduce database to our application. Hello world. Okay. For that, we are going to use the MongoDB database, and basically it will require a place where it can actually store the data. So for that, just follow my instructions, and I will explain each step one by one. So just go to your Google and just type MongoDB. Okay, just go to the mongodb.com, or you can just type MongoDB and just Google it. Okay, just Google it. Okay, and now just visit this first link, and you basically have to sign up. Okay, basically you have to sign up, so I will do it today with you. So let's just do sign in here. Okay, so it actually don't have any sign up. You can just directly sign in here. Just go to the sign in. Okay, you can use email or password, or I'm for now I'm just going to use my Google account. Okay, it's a little bit slow because of the internet speed or something like that. Let me see if some process is running on the background. So here I'm logged in. So basically I was logged in earlier, so it just automatically got logged in. It takes a time to get logged in. This website literally is very slow. Now go over here, and let me just show you. Like this is not you will see for the first time. You basically have let me just create a new account for you. Okay, MongoDB, let me just create a new account for you, otherwise you won't be able to follow all the step and it will be a little bit difficult. By the way, here you will have to create a new project. So I have actually created already some of the projects, so it's actually showing the current project. By the way, basically you have to create a new project. So let me just go over here, and let me just log in from my any new account, and let me just see that if I have a new account or not to sign in. Otherwise you will find this thing here. Okay, in this part. Okay, here you will find this thing, and here basically you have to create new project. If you don't have any project, it will basically ask you for to create a new project. So just click on the new project. If you log in for the first time, it will ask you to create a new project. So you will be greeted with the this screen. Okay, you will be seeing this screen for the first time, and you have to basically name your project. You can name your project anything. So like a movie server. Yeah, I'm just going to name it movie database. Okay, movie database. You can name it anything. So I'm just going to name this database movie database and press next. Okay. And press next and to the create project. Okay. It's very easy, by the way. Only thing I have created, written the name of the project and wait for a while. Okay, just wait for a while. So let it just create the project for us. And till then, let me just explain what we are actually doing here. So we are using MongoDB to store our data. Okay. So MongoDB is an application actually. So we are going to use this to store our data. And after that, if you create your project here, so basically it's not free. And basically you can install the MongoDB to your own machine. I will just also let you know about that, but that is not so much useful. So I'm just going to go with this MongoDB website here. So here basically you can store the data to the MongoDB servers database, and basically you can fetch the details and all. You can do everything here. So here we are going to create a database. So build a database. Okay, let's click on this build a database button, and here you will get these three options. So this one is dedicated and this is paid. Okay, then we have serverless, but we are like interested in the free one. So just click on this free and create. Okay, so basically they will give you 512 MB of data for free, and after that they will ask you for some of for your money, and you can get it for free, and I will tell you how to get it. And after that they will ask you like which database you are actually requiring. So just go with the AWS and go with the Mumbai. So just don't touch anything, just go with the default setting and create the cluster. Click on this button, create cluster, and you can basically come back to this video and you can follow all the steps. And now you have to mention a username. So you basically have to type your name here. So I'm just going to type Sanjay, and the password could be anything. So I'm just going with 1234. One of the most strong password here. I'm just going with 1234 and create a user, and that's all. Okay. Okay. And just click on this add my IP address. I will come to this part again. Okay. Till now I have just added the user here. So username and password. You can basically add as much as user and password you want. But for now, I'm just adding one user, Sanjay, and password, and finish and close. Okay. This is the final step. So this is the final step, I promise. Okay, that's great. So now our database is complete. Basically, it will take a little bit time to complete to creation, like everything it's setting for us. So now we are welcomed with this thing, and our database is complete. Now we want my application, this server, okay, this server application to connect with this MongoDB, to connect with this MongoDB. For that, we will be requiring a library which is called Mongoose. So Mongoose is the library, okay. So Mongoose is not the thing that actually stores data for us, okay. Mongoose.js, otherwise Mongoose is just animal. So we actually need this Mongoose, yeah. So let's just go over here, and just you can also find it on the npm. So if you just go to the npm website and just type mongoose there, so you will find this thing mongoose, and we just want to install this mongoose to our application, so that we are going to use this package to basically to connect with this with the database. Okay, that's great. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, the project topic is which can choose. Okay, let me just go to the chat till now. Yeah, by the way, you can ask your doubts and all here. Okay, which can choose like plugins? What you're asking, like which can choose? And I think like Mongoose is installed here. Yep, it is. So now we want to include this Mongoose to our project. So just type const Mongoose equals to require Mongoose. Okay, that's great. And after that, okay, I think prettier is the one who is causing the issue here. Okay, and after that, I just want to connect this my as server, my own server, this thing to the MongoDB. For that, just go to your database and you will find here connect. Okay, this connect. Click over it, and we are not actually going to like visit this website again and again. And here you will find connect to your application. So our server is an application, that's why it's saying that connect to your application. Just click over it, and you will get a link here. We will get a link here. So just copy this link, okay, and just go over here and just type mongoose. So mongoose is a library. Basically, it's a file. Basically, it's contain a lot of function here, and just type connect, okay. Inside the connect, just put this thing here, the URL that you found from here, the URL that you got from here, just copy it and just paste it here. And here you can see the username is Sanjay, and we have to enter the password here. So our password was 1234 and just give it a save. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's all. Now our application is connected to that MongoDB. And just to check, you can also check it. Just type mongoose dot connection dot on. So basically it's a, and this on basically, let me just type function here, function, and I don't know why it's showing everything in very slow. Okay. Function on connect, I think we have to type on connect. Okay, connected. We can also pass the second parameter here, but I just want to see connected. Why it's so slow here? Okay, on the connected. I don't know why it's so slow today. Okay, and let me just press it enter. By the way, just by adding this line, our code is connected. Okay, and also let's just go over here and let's just pass the second function here. So if you just want to check that if your function is like your application is connected successfully or not, you can pass it a second parameter. It's a function, and just go over here and type connected to MongoDB, and let me just put a comma at the very end because it's the second parameter, and let us save it. Okay, that's all. So just type this mongoose.connect and pass that URL, put a password here, and this function will get execute if our database connected successfully. And this thing will have a parameter error. So if everything, like if there is any error, so if there is any error, you can just console log out the error. Otherwise, you will get the connected to MongoDB. And let's just start our server npm start, and let's see if we are connected to our database or not. So it will take a little bit of time to start. I don't know why it's taking time too much. By the way, let me just delete this thing. Connection dot author. Okay. So here you can see we are getting connected to MongoDB. Yeah, we are getting this connected to MongoDB. And let me just give you a quick recap, like what we actually did. We installed this Mongoose library, and inside this Mongoose, we have a function called connect. In this connect function, we basically have to pass this URL, and where you can find this URL, basically go to your like MongoDB website, and here you can see this connect here. Click on the connect, and basically just select the connect to your application. Just copy this link, paste it here, put your password here, and this second function will get execute. And after the connection and all, if you have any error while getting connected, this function basically have a parameter error. So if there is any error, so this thing will get executed. So if the error is there, just console.logout error, but most of the time you won't have face any error, so that's not an issue here. So now we are connected to our database. So now let me just add something to our database. Yeah, and to this add, let me just create an endpoint server dot post. Okay, so we use this post method to add something, and let me just go over here and just if somebody hit on this thing, home address. Okay, we just want to execute this function request dot response. And now if you want to add something to your database, what you want to do, like you cannot add directly something to your database. First you have to create a schema, or you can say a model. For that, let me just create a schema, and I will explain you what this schema is. So let me just create a schema first of all. So we just want to save the movies. So basically have to create a schema first. And what is this schema? Like how our database is going to look when it's going to store the movies and all. So let me just create a movie schema. Okay, movie schema. Okay, and press equal and just type here mongoose dot schema. Okay, this is the command, new mongoose dot schema. Okay, And inside this, you have to pass your schema. It may seem little bit difficult in the first run, but it's very easy. Just stick with me, and I'm just going to cover everything. And okay, just type new mongoose.schema and just go over here and just pass an object. Okay, this is a function which you can pass an object. And now what I want to tell, like a movie is going to have a name. Okay, and name is of type string. Okay, string. Okay, and after that it will have a release date. So release date, I think this is the correct spelling. Release year, and it's going to be a date. So just type date here. Okay, release okay, it's going to be a number again. Okay, release year, it's going to be number. And let's just go with the rating gonna be a number. And let me just create something like director. Yeah, director, director. Okay, string. So we basically have all kind of data types here, and I will cover all of them. But now we have created a mongo movies schema. So we will use this schema to save the data to our database. And for that, we have to create a model using this schema. Yes, we have to do this. So let me just explain this. So I have to just explain these two things, and it may seem a little bit difficult, but it's very easy. So here we are creating a schema. The schema is actually is you can see at how your data, the object is gonna look. Your data object gonna look. Why we actually create a schema? So that you cannot store any like any junk to our database. So we will be saving name, release date, rating, and director. We won't save anything else other than these four properties. Okay, so this is a schema. And by using a schema, you have to create a model. And to create a model, just type mongoose dot model, and after that you have to basically mention the name of your collection. So it's a collection name. Okay, collection name, and just pass the schema as the second parameter. That's all. Okay, so now everything is completed. Now let me just save something. So if I just go over here, so we are going to get everything from the request.body. Okay, so request.body actually contain all the details that a client has sent us through the body. So let me just send the post request to our server by using name. Name can be like the Godfather. So let me just Thor. Okay, so just put Thor, and the release year. Okay, so let me just change it to year only. Okay, not the release year. Just keep it as year. Okay, year. So year is like 2022, and after that what we want basically what we have like here, rating. So let's just go with the rating. So rating would be 8, and after that we want to store the director name. So okay, so basically we have to tell to the front end guy like, okay, so who is the director? Let's just go with the Marvel here. Marvel. Okay, and now if I just do a console log here, so I don't like why it's showing an error. Okay, if you are getting if our server is getting the post request on the home address, we want to execute this function request. Okay, it's a little bit irritating me. I don't know why it's so slow here. So let's just send back a response for now. Send your movie is saved. Your movie is saved. And let me just console log the request.body. Okay, so that we can see that what we are getting here. So if I just open my terminal here and let me just send a request, so we are getting this thing here. Yeah, this thing here. So now we have to save this thing. And how to save this? It's very easy. Just type movie dot create, and inside this create, all you have to pass the thing that you want to save. So what we want to save here? We just want to save the name, and name is going to be request dot body dot name, body dot name. And after that, actually it's slow to type. It's not slow to, I don't know, maybe it's a keyboard issue or something like that. So we don't have release here, we just have year here. Okay, that's great. Let me just hit a quick save. So now it will be saved to our database. Okay. And let me just show you how it actually gonna save. So if I just execute this thing, if I just execute this thing, so if I just do this, okay, so now it's showing that your movie is added to our successfully. So how we know that our movie is added? By getting our everything from our database. So just do server dot get. So if somebody get on our server on this home route, okay, this home route and function, okay, and if I just go over here and let me just get all the list of movies. For that, just type movies dot find movies dot find. Okay, so it's the function, and it will actually gonna give us all the movies that movie. Okay, it's not movies, it's movie. So it's just going to give us all the movies that are stored in our database. Just to movies dot find. Okay, and we can basically store all the movies in a variable, so we can basically send it back. So const movies. Okay, so it's a issue. Okay, and now let me just send our JSON here. Okay, so I'm going to send an object like let me just say message. Let's just send back a message that you got your movies and all. Okay, just put all the movies here. Okay, let's just put all the movies here. Response.json movies. Okay, that's great. And now, but you have to do one more thing here. Just type async here. Okay, just type async here. So it's not related to the database, it's related to JavaScript. So it's asynchronous JavaScript. I will just give you a quick glance like what is asynchronous JavaScript and all. Just type async and await here and just give it a save. And now if I just go over here and just change my request to post. So first of all, let me just save it. Let me just save this request, Thunder client. Okay. So let's just save this request here and let's just go to the another request. Okay, just go to the get method and our address is this. If I send back a request, okay, let me just close it, close it. Okay, that's great. Okay, so our server is up and running properly. Movies.find, and let me just put a blank object here. Connected to MongoDB. We are connected to our MongoDB database. Let me just send a response. Okay. Okay, we will see like what is the issue here. Okay, so it was not previously connected. Okay, now it's connected. Cancel the request and send. Okay, we were facing an error to get connected. Okay, so now we are connected to our database. And I don't know why we are not getting any response back. So let me just close this thing here. Okay, and let's just see. Movies. Actually, this VS Code is very slow today. Node it's starting, connection is refused. Okay. So we are getting our response back. So the movies.find, we are connected to our database. Okay. If the spelling is correct, let me just go over here. By the way, you can also see every data that you store to your application. Just go to your this panel here and just go to the browse collection. Just click here on the browse collection and it will basically show all the data that you have saved till now to your application. So if I just go over here and you can see we are getting movies here. Yeah, movies. And if I just open this, you will okay. So there is no movies actually. So that's why. And you also have to go over here and just type async here as well. So that is the thing that you forgotten. Async and await. Okay. And let's just give it a save. Okay, so here we are. Okay, movie.find. So here, basically our database don't have any movies, so that's why we were not getting any movie here. So let me just save one first of all. Okay, so let's just go to this one. Okay, so the command is to save like the code that you have to write to save anything to your databases. The collection name, this model name, dot create the data that you want to save and await here with the and if you are typing await here, you have to type async here. And what is this async await thing is? Let me just fix it. So actually, this thing gonna take little bit of time to save. Okay, it's not instant. It's just going to take a little bit of time. For that purpose, what we actually do, the JavaScript have a feature called asynchronous JavaScript. So if something gonna take little bit of time, if some function is going to take a time, you can just await here. And after the execution, it also return us the movie that the data it has actually saved. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to type movie here and equal, okay, and I'm going to send back this movie whatever it saved as back the response. Okay, so let me just type JSON here because I'm going to send back a object, and let's just go over here and just type message movie created successfully, and data is going to be a movie. You can send any kind of response as of your liking. So I'm just going to send back this response. Let me just give it a quick save. Okay, so our server started. So let's just go over here and send it. So it's going to take a little bit of time. So oh sorry, actually let me just cancel it. Okay, now we are connected to our database. So it's saying that connection is closed, something like that. So let me just see that if our server is connected properly. Okay, let me just close this thing. Mongoose.connect. Okay, we are connected successfully. Yeah, we are. Okay, send it. I don't know why, what is the issue here? Let me just fix it. Okay, open. Okay, yeah, insert one, buffering. Yeah, sorry. Now it started. That's great. So I don't know what is the issue here. Maybe out of buffer. What is this issue? Okay. If let me just go over here and let's just see. Request.movie.name. Let me just pass the request word. Just give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. Let me just see what is the issue. It's very small issue, by the way, that we are not able to see like what is the issue. We are getting a proper checked. Yeah, we are doing everything correct here. I don't know why it's saying that movie like buffer timeout to save the thing here. Let me just also type like mongoose dot on connect, mongoose dot connection dot on connected. So this function will get executed whenever the data our database is connected successfully. So I have to check it as well, connected to MongoDB. So let us see that if we are connected to our MongoDB, and let's just go over here and let's see what is the issue here. So it could be like database access or something like that. Okay, so we have like inserted the correct username. Okay, so add the IP address, allow from everything. Check remove. Okay, maybe it's I don't know why my laptop is lagging. Again, restart the server, it would connect. Yeah, it's actually connected to our server. I don't know why. What is the issue? Okay, confirm. Okay, so let me just go over here and let's see if our database connected successfully. Okay, we are connected to our database. Okay, let me send back a request. Okay, now it's completed. I don't know why, what was the issue, but now it's fixed. Maybe because of that command and all. So now we actually saved the movie, and I have to like give you a quick recap of everything. Oh, yeah, I will do that. So now let's just go over here and let me just send back all the list of movies here. Okay, so now my laptop is also working properly. Okay, I don't know why, what was the problem here. So my laptop is also working properly. Maybe it's some kind of process was running in the background. So now let me, and by the way, let's just go over here and find, yeah, it's working. And again, I'm getting the same issue. Okay, now server is restarting. Okay, the server is restarting here. Server is running on the port 5000, and we should get that connected to the database. After that only we are going to see this. Okay, so our movie is saved here. Let me just get all the movies. So we are getting two movies because two movies are saved to our database. And now I have to give you a quick recap. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, sorry for the all the delays and all. Now my laptop is also working properly. Maybe it was some process in the background or something like that. So let me just give you a quick recap of everything. So to connect to our database, we will be needing this library called Mongoose. Yeah. So just install this mongoose just by doing npmi mongoose. And after that, to connect your database, just execute this command. Okay, this thing mongoose.connect. And inside this, you have to pass the URL, and I will let you know where to find the URL. Just go to your database. Just go to the database part here. Okay, this database part here, and then in this database, just go to this connect. And by the way, you can follow all the steps. So I'm just going through all the steps. Just go to the connect your application, copy this link and paste it here, and you have to enter a password here. Okay, as you can see, this thing do not have password here, so you have to basically enter a password, the password that you put when you created the user. Remember, we created a user Sanjay and 1234, that was the password. That's great. And after that, this command, just to check if your connection is completed successfully, just type mongoose.connection dot on, and inside this first parameter just pass connected here. So it's a fixed code that you have to do. And after that, you have to pass a function. This function will get executed whenever your code is connected. And let me just use the regular function. Okay, function. And after that, I will basically use the arrow function, because till now we were using this regular function, but I will let you know about the arrow function, that you can use arrow function as well. And after that, you have to create a schema. Okay, the schema is actually how your database, like this movies document, is gonna look. So here, for that, just type new mongoose dot schema, and it's a function. In this function, just pass an object. In this object, you can just pass name, and what is the name? It's going to be string, year gonna be number, rating gonna be number, director gonna be string. Yeah, and we can actually add more data types and more fields here. And after that, by using this schema, you have to create a model. Okay, and by using that model, actually you are going to save the data, and also you can going to find the data, delete, and all you're going to do with the model. So by using a schema, you have to create a model. To create a model, just type mongoose.model. In the first parameter, pass the name of the model, and in the second, just pass the schema that this model gonna follow. So this movie model gonna follow this movie schema. Yeah, so schema is a rule book, and model is actually the real thing which actually saves the data, and model actually follows some schema and all. So that's why we create some schema something here. Yeah. And after that, just if you want to save something to your database, just execute the command movie, like this model. Yeah, model dot create. And after that, you have to pass a object here, the object in which all the properties are there to save. And we are getting all the details in request.body. Okay, the person is sending everything to us. And here, this command will take little bit of time to get executed. Yeah, so this function will actually take a little bit of time, and after it saves the data to your database, it will return it. So it's a function. Yeah, movie.create is a function, and after that, it saves something to your database, it will return back it to you, and it's going to take little bit of time. So that's why you have to put await here. And if you're using await, you have to put async here. Yeah, otherwise you will get any error. So this is a feature of JavaScript, of asynchronous JavaScript, and that's more than enough to create, like this much is more than enough to create your application. Just put await here. And now, after creating a movie, it will send back it will give us the data that it have actually saved. And after that, you can send a response. So here I'm sending a response in an object. So I'm sending message, movie created successfully, and the data is this movie. And you can basically send anything here. So now by this, we are saving a movie. So let me just save new movie here. So I am an Iron Man fan. So let's just go with the Iron Man. Okay, the first Iron Man was in like 2007. Yeah, 2007. Rating is 10 for me, and save it. So this movie is saved. And to get everything, yeah, to get everything, so we are adding this get method on our home route. If somebody hit this route, what we are going to do, just type movie. Okay, model.find. It's going to actually find everything that is present in this model, and it's going to give everything into a variable. Yeah, it's just going to return everything after finding everything. Now what you can do, now it's this thing also gonna take little bit of time, so we are going to use await here. And if you're using await, just put async in front of your function, and now we are sending back everything here. Okay, that's great. That's great. Now what we can actually do here, we can also query something. Okay, so inside this find, you can also pass some condition. Okay, so we are going to do that now. So let me just go over here in the get, and if I just send, so let me just save it. So it's actually it's still saving. Okay, so yeah, server, whenever you just save something, our server restarts. So now we are getting all the movies. So we actually have 3 movies here, and you can also look all the data that is presented in a database. Just go to this thing and go to the browse collection. Okay, in this browse collection, you can basically, you will get your movies here, and this movies you will get all the data that is saved in your database. So these 3 things are saved into our database, and you can also just add it and delete some stuff from here as well. So now we just want to let me just add one more movie, Iron Man, or like some movie. Okay, some movie. Okay, and the director is no one, and send it. So now it's saved to our database, and if I just get, I am getting all the movies. Yeah, as you can see, I'm getting all the movies here. And I just want to, on I don't want to get all the movies. I just want to get the movies that are released on year 2007. Okay, so what you can do, you can basically, the front end guy can basically pass some condition. Okay, just I just want these movies and all. And how it's going to do, it's just going to pass a query. So just to pass some query, we actually use this UI. And how actually the front end guy pass this query, it's none of our problem. You can basically pass a query just passing this question mark here, question mark year equals to 2007. So if somebody do this here, okay, the question mark here, and we will get this query in the request.query. So if I just do console.log, console.log here, so it's again freezing, I don't know why. Request.query, request.query, and if I just give it a say, if I just give it a say, and by the way, it's not your problem how they are going to pass the query. Okay, it's not your problem. We just want a query. Okay, we want a query in the request. The request you are sending, we want a query, and we will see like if the now the person is sending this query. If I send it, so we will get the query object here. Yeah, this query object here. So all you have to do, if I just go over here in this find function, you can pass an object, and if I just type here like year, year colon 2007. Yeah, so all the movies that are released, like all the movies in which the year property, the value of year property is 2007, only those movies will be fetched. Okay, if you pass the object, so this is a query in the find function. Yeah, if I just click here, so now we will get all the movies. Okay, so we are getting only 2 movies, Iron Man and some movie, the because the release year is 2007. Yeah, so now the front end guy can also pass the query like this thing. And what we are going to do, we just want to copy this object and paste it here directly. Paste it. Okay. So now the front end guy can basically the find query something. So let me just query like year 2007 and send it. Okay, so okay, so we are getting all the movies that were released in 2007. If I just put year equals to 2022, we are going to get all the movies that are released on the year 2022. And if I just do like name, the name of the movie should be Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man. Okay, just send it. So okay, so there is no movie with Iron Man. Why? Let me just get all the movies. So I think it's Iron Man. So M is a small letter. Yeah, Iron Man. Send. So now we are getting only Iron Man. Yeah, so now we are, what we are doing, we are also actually what we are doing, we are also basically query something. Yeah, we are finding something. Now just if you want to delete something, what you want to do, and by the way, you can see every object have a ID. Okay, this ID is automatically created by the MongoDB. Yeah, and you can basically find something by their ID also. So let me just create one more endpoint. If somebody have the ID of the document, they can also do this. And let me just we will do that afterward. Let me just delete a movie from our database. So what we are going to do, I'm just going to add an endpoint delete at the home address. I'm just going to type the function here, function. Okay, and okay, it's freezing again. Let me just go over here, async here. And now this function gonna have a request. Okay, so it's moving request and response. Okay. So to delete something, what we are going to do, we have to first find something. Yeah. So we want to do const. We just want to do await because it's gonna take little bit of time to delete. Move v dot find and delete. Yeah. So just you have to do find one and delete. So this is a function which actually deletes something. And what I want to do, we have to pass a query that you want to delete. So you can pass here like all the name, like the person will actually send us what movies they want to delete. So they will basically send a name. Okay. They will basically send a name and we will get the name in the body. Okay. So all the movies and we will get request dot body dot name. Okay. So delete this movie and that's it. Okay, the movie will be deleted. So find one and delete is the function that we use to delete something. So movie, okay, this model find one and delete, and inside this you have to pass a query, like you have to basically find something to delete it. So here we have to pass a condition like where the name is equals to the name of request.body.name. So let me just create this endpoint as well. So let's just go over here and it's going to be the delete method on our home address. Okay, 5. We just want to pass this thing. So the movie that we want to delete is Thor. Okay, so name, where is the name equals to Thor, we want to delete it. Okay, that's great. So this is the endpoint, and let me just send back a response like the movie is deleted successfully. Message is going to be movie is deleted successfully. That's great. Done. And after that, what we are going to do, we are also going to update it. So delete, send it. Okay, it's actually starting. Let's take a time to start. Okay. So it's okay. Now it's connected. So movie is deleted successfully. So if we just do it, movie is deleted successfully. If I just try to get it, if I just try to get the movie, we won't see the Thor here. So now we are left with only Iron Man. So we have Iron Man and some movie. Yeah. Okay, so somebody is actually adding this thing to our database. Yeah. So he's the guy James Caron, director. So somebody is actually connected to our database by using this link. So guys, whoever is doing, okay, you can do it. By the way, somebody is using my database to save something. So basically, you have to keep this URL safe. Okay, just keep this URL safe. Otherwise, anybody around the world can use your database. So somebody in the database is actually using my database and they saved this movie to my database. Okay, that's great. So you people are learning so quick. So it's a fun thing. Okay, okay, that's great. So just do let me know who is the guy who was adding something here. So let me just give it a refresh here. Okay, so now to update also. So as you can see, update is also similar. For that, what I want to do, just you can just copy paste or delete code here. Yeah. So if you want to update something, the method we are going to use is patch. Okay, method that we are going to use the patch. And to update something, you have to basically pass the ID. Okay, you have to pass the ID in the query. Okay, so we will get the ID in the request.query, request.query, query, query dot ID. Okay, and now what we want to do, the method and all the things that they want to update will be in the request.body. Just to find by ID and update and done. Okay, so the function that we actually use to update something is find by ID and update. In the first parameter, you have to pass the ID of the document that you want to update. So, or what is the ID? As you can see, these are the ID. They will be automatically generated for you. And after that, in the second parameter, you have to pass the data that you want to update. And that's all. So let me just send back a response.json here. And let me just send back the message movie updated successfully and the movie. So let's just update something. Okay, let's just update something. So let's just update this some movie. Okay, so let me just copy this ID here. So let us just copy this ID because we will be needing it to update. And let me just go over here, and the method is patch. Okay, the address is same in the query. They have to pass the ID. So I'm just going to pass the ID. I just want to update this one. And in the body, I will be updating the name of the movie to a no sound movie. Okay, you can say like uh what we say, Avenger. Okay, let's just go with Avenger and send it. So my server is starting again. Okay. So patch method, yeah, it's working. It's gonna work. Where's the patch one? Okay, send it. Connection refused. Why? Okay, the method is 5,000. 5,000. Send it. Okay, so the movie is updated successfully. If I just go over here and if I just get all the movies, send. So now movie is updated. So which movie we actually updated? I have just forgotten which movie actually we updated. So let me just update this Iron Man. Okay. Let's just put the Iron Man in the query. Okay. The query and send it. Okay. So this is updated. Okay. Find by ID and update. That's great. So everything is updated here. By the way, let me just console log the ID that we are getting. So otherwise we can see like which movie is actually getting updated. Request.body, comma, and ID and save it. So we have created all the four methods: delete, get, and the patch one is for the update. Okay, so let me just go over here and let's just update the Iron Man again. Get patch. Okay, this is the patch. Okay, send it. So the ID is this one and the movie is updated. Yeah, movie is updated. If I just go over here and if I send a request, so the movie is updated to this one. Okay, Avenger. Okay, so we have two Avengers here because we were having two Iron Man as well. So let me now just add a new movie. So I'm just going to add Thor again. So let's just add Thor again because I am out of movies. I'm not a movie fan. Don't watch a lot of movies, so I'm out of some movies. So if I just send, okay, so we are getting all the list. So let's, okay, so the release year is wrong in this case of Thor. So let's just update this. So for that, copy the ID and paste the ID here. And in the body, we want to update the year. Just type the year here, and the year is going to be 2022 and send. So this is updated. So if I just go over here and get all the movies, so Thor movie is updated to 2022. Okay, that's great. So we have completed all the method, and this thing is called CRUD. Okay, so create, read, update, and delete. So all the application around the world actually do this CRUD, and there is much more in the Mongoose stuff. There is much more to learn in this field. So by the way, you can create as much as model you want. So if you just want to store something else, so if you just want to store like all the characters in a Pokemon, so just do Pokemon and just create a new schema for it. So new mongoose, okay, mongoose dot schema, mongoose dot schema. I have to basically copy because my keyboard is not working. Mongoose dot schema pass a object here. Pokemon gonna have a name gonna be a string. They have some powers or like, no, isn't it? They are of type, I think, electric type, water type, something like that. So they are going to be of type gonna be string, and whatever you want, like you can level also, level number. Okay, that's great. Now by using this schema, let's just create a new model. Const Pokemon model. Okay, let me just type here schema as well. Schema Pokemon. I don't know why. If I just click, it's take little bit of time. So mongoose.model Pokemon and save it. Now you can use this model to add a collection naming Pokemon. So let me just create one real quick. Okay, yeah, let me just add an endpoint server dot post on the address hyphen Pokemon, and either, by the way, it's going to be your assignment to do Pokemon. We are going to execute this function. It's going to be async function. We're going to have everything from the body, request and response, and let's just save const Pokemon equals to, or you can just type document here. Yeah, document equals to await. If you want to save anything in the Pokemon, just type Pokemon.create request.body and send it back. Okay, that's great. And let me just add one more endpoint to get all the Pokemons. So I'm just going to copy everything here, and you will later do everything by yourself. Okay, QUERY, and the method is gonna be get. That's all. Let me add a new request here. The address is going to be same. Method, it's going to be Pokemon. If I send, so I won't get any response because we don't have any Pokemon, so we are not getting anything. Let me just add a Pokemon. Pokemon gonna have a name. Name is only Pikachu. Pikachu. Type electric. Type gonna be electric. Electric. And the level, maybe what is the level of this Pikachu is? I think वो विकसित नहीं हुआ था, तो it's 1. Okay, 2. And send it. So now this is added to our database. Let me go to the get method. So we are getting this thing, yeah. And you can add as much as you want. So Pikachu, then we have like Bulbasaur and all. So this is all about the database. And yep. And let me just tell you how to connect your database one more time. So you may find some of the bugs. So in that case, you have to first do one thing. Just go to the network access here and click here in the network access, and here add other IP address. Yeah, click on the add IP address. This you may feel you may encounter this error. Okay, add IP address. Okay, and basically you have to basically add IP address here. So by the way, and let me just delete these two IP address. So this one is mine, and let me these two. Yeah, so you won't be getting these thing here. So add IP address. Click on the add IP address, and you can allow your database to be connected from anywhere around the world by clicking here. Okay, so anybody around the world can access your database, and if you only want to access your database, just click on the add my current IP address. Okay, so depending on the situation, you can do click on any one of them. So I'm just going with this, allow any from anywhere, and just confirm. So this is the error that you may find at the very end. Okay, how this data will be added. Okay, so now let me just cover all of your doubts. Yeah, let me just 1 second. Okay, okay, let me fix my camera before. Yeah, so let me just fix the camera, and here I think my camera is freeze, isn't it? That's why I'm just closing it. Kindly, yeah, I have to do this, otherwise like people are going to like add anything to my database. So add IP address, and I'm just going to add my own data IP address here. Allow add the current IP address and save it. Okay, so, and by the way, this data can be used in the front end to like let's just show, like we are not concerned about how the front end guy is using our database. Yeah, yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can do. Yeah, if you just want to see the updated document, just go to the patch part. Yeah, this in do the patch part, and you can pass a third parameter as well. So this is the option, and just type new true. Okay, just type new true, and I'm going to share, because there is a lot of thing into the database and this thing. By the way, let me see if the video is working or not. Okay, it's not. I don't know why, because it's the end part, so I have to like. Okay, I think it's working now. Okay, it's working. Yeah. So the fact is, you basically have to do a lot of things in the database as well. By the way, if you just want to learn more about the Mongoose stuff, just go to the Mongoose documentation, MongoDB documentation, Mongoose, and click here, enter, and basically you can find everything here, how to find and how to update. So if you just want to update something, so you can type just update. Yeah, update, and press enter, and you will know like how to update. It's a little bit difficult to read it from here, but it is the place where you can find it, because this was the free course, and basically, okay, that's it. So that's all about this whole course, and let me just announce the winner of the previous session. So let me just open. So the winner is Sri GSA. Okay, so you congratulations, Shri G, something like that. And by the way, I will update the issue, like someone was not able to claim their voucher. So here we are, and congratulations to you. You won. By the way, just pin in the comment if you just got this, like if you are in the live. And Vaishnavi got the second prize. You will be awarding 150 Alucons, and Sheetal got the third rank. and she will be getting 100 LU coins. And today is going to be your last chance to win this quiz. So just try to win that quiz. And by the way, thank you for joining the course. And before the ending, if you're just finding any interest in this full stack development course, just visit our website for once and give us a chance. So there we actually have all two main courses like full stack web development. In that course, we will be covering each and everything from very scratch to very advanced. And I will just share this code with you. And only thing I'm gonna remove is this URL, obviously, because I don't want anyone to connect to this thing. So I'm just going to type put your URL here, yeah. And sorry, because today's my laptop was not like working with me, so it was too difficult to code today's lecture. So I'm just going to share all the code in the GitHub, and you can basically pull it as yeah, commit, initial commit. Oh, okay. And let me just add a git ignore file, git ignore. Otherwise, this node modules will be also updated here. And we just want to ignore everything from the node modules. I just forgot to add this node modules here. Okay, so here we are, changes. It's taking a little bit time to commit. By the way, I'm just going to share you the code and commit. Commit. Mhm. Okay. By the way, yeah, I'm going to share the code with you. You will be finding it in the group. Yeah, you can join the group and I will share you the code there. And just to end the session, just give it a chance, click on the start learning, and here you can basically get enrolled to our course and all the details like I have told you earlier. So thank you for joining and once again, and have a nice day. Bye bye.